Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield ship review. It's been quite a while since I've done these sort of like base game ship reviews. I think the last one I done was like probably a month ago, maybe. But one Bears fan wanted me to do a kind of a review, rehash of this ship, as they thought it was a really cool looking ship. And when I originally did it, it was kind of quite a while ago, probably when Starfield first came out. So their video probably wasn't as informative, and there was no breakdown, more than likely, and there wasn't like a kind of a build upgrade. So we're gonna go and redo it. You also probably spot some more ships coming on, some more of these style of reviews, just because there's I want to say there's like maybe like 6 or 7 ships I still have to cover that I never really covered. Now a lot of them are reskins or like kind of random event ships, but I just decided I might as well cover all of them, like have the catalog complete. But anyway, this is the Dullahan, or in my case, the Dolahan 3. So the 3 number after the ship is the tier of the vessel. The lower the tier, the lower the number, the lower the base stat. So for instance, this tier 3 version has a C-class reactor with 37 power. A tier 2 version could have a reactor with 35 power, and a tier 1 could have a reactor with 30 power. So aside from that, it's going to be the exact same aesthetically. So just looking at it, this is a Tayo vessel, but it's kind of an interesting Tayo vessel because it's not sold, to my knowledge, at Tayo Astroneering's like main headquarters in the Ryushin Tower. It's one of the ships that you kind of have to, at least for me. Now, might be wrong on that. So let me know in the comments. I don't actually think. I'm just looking at those back landing gear because everything on this ship is Tayo. But usually when a manufacturer doesn't sell a ship, it's because there's something that's not Tayo. And obviously it has that Nova Galactic winglet that's not Tayo. And I think those landing gear are Nova Galactic. So it's like 99% Nova Galactic. It's a really cool ship. It's one of the few vessels in the game, especially the few Tayo vessels, where it's off-center slightly. It's got that bridge off to one side. Really, really cool ship. As we're about to see when we go and look at the interior, it's a bit of a maze. For a ship that's only 2 wide, technically habitable space 2 wide, it's a bit bonkers. So stat-wise, it's got a fuel at 210. That's the fuel there. You can see it up on top. It's a good old 500T fuel tank. It's got a hull of 1371. Now, that hull will change depending on the tier of the vessel. If you're on the lower tier version of the vessel, it'll be a lot lower. Cargo capacity of 300. Not a lot of cargo on this vessel. It seems to be primarily a combat vessel, just looking at it. But it's quite an interesting combat vessel, because it's got a lot of quirks to it, as we'll see. So it's got that C-class reactor, like I was saying, 37 power. Has a crew slot of 7, which is really good. Jump range of 30 light years, again, really good. Shield is 1215. Not the best C-class shield. You could definitely do better, but still good. It's got 3 sets of weapons. It's got particle weapons, ballistic weapons, and EM weapons. So the particle weapons are 2 fixed particle cannons mounted on the port side. Yeah, I have to shake my hand every time I figure out where my left and right are. And then it's got 3 ballistic turrets. I believe they are railgun turrets. And then it's got a single EM on the starboard side. So the cost to buy this without perks is probably going to set you back around 400k. Obviously, if you buy the lower tier version, it's going to be cheaper. So let's go take a look at it, shall we? I'm at my outpost today. Oh, that's perfect. So sometimes it doesn't like to spawn them. So just get a little quick look at it. So as you can see, it's a really, really cool looking ship. Very sleek. It kind of it kind of reminds me of like the ships in the Expanse. In the Expanse, the ships are generally longer than they are wider, which I quite like. Like, this ship is quite compact. It kind of like makes me think of like a little fact that might be completely wrong, and I might have made this up, but I don't think I did. I think I read it somewhere. That in World War II, American battleships like the Iowa had to be wide enough that they could fit through the canal, the Panama Canal, I think it is. Not the Panama, one of the canals anyway. So because of that, they had to basically make them all quite like compact. And it's the same with like tanks. If you ever noticed how American tanks are quite small compared to German tanks, it's because they had to basically, I'm pretty sure they had to be fit. They had to fit on rail cars and then be like transported via boat. But anyway, facts aside, let's hop inside of it. Oh, yeah, there's also we've got oh, it's raining. Jesus. I thought a ship had just broken atmosphere on top of me. You've also got a Stroud Eklund entryway. A wheelchair ramp. Nice drop effects. In we go. Someone is probably going to tell me in the comments, be like, Crimson, that's not the fact, you idiot. That's been proven wrong. And I'm like, fair. Anyways, so first of all, we got a little 1x1. This is a companionway leading to an engineering bay. Very nice. I like the Tayo engineering bay because it's like a... I mean, it's kind of like Hope Deck, but it's more kind of brighter colors. We got it's like nice mix of... Oh, I hate those. That gives me flashbacks like those... You ever see like the old school like computers you'd see like in like the kiosks in like some like shopping centers? It's like, oh, if you want to get your blood pressure checked or your heart rate, and you had a really anyway. But it's got a nice mix of kind of like tech and then like obviously engineer stuff. That looks like an engine, yeah. They look like boilers. I'm gonna pretend I know what these are. And then if we come through here, to the left here, we have a living quarters. Tile living quarters, really nice. Nice couch with some... I love the kind of the clamps, the seat belts, because I feel like if you were in combat and you lost gravity and you had to make a hard maneuver, it's nice to be strapped down. You don't end up as paste. And then we've got nice little double beds here. Very comfy. Got the chair of a lifetime there. And then we've got my girlfriend's favorite poster. Yeah. And then if we head there, this is where it becomes a maze. So it makes use of the Tayo / Hope Tech computer core room, the 2x2. And this is a really cool room. Very, very nice, but it's a bit finicky. So we've got like a load of cabling and stuff on the ground. We've got a lot of computer-y stuff. Storage box. Hope Tech or Tayo spared no expense with those lawn chairs, whether they get them on sale. And then if we come over here, we have this nice little kind of office area with 2 terminals here, and then we've got like a main frame here. And then we've got a nice another one of these little bump booster chairs. You need to sit. And then if we head back, just double check. Back, that sound, it like brings me back to the hacking of the terminals in Fallout 4. Oh, my leg's fine, don't ask. Definitely didn't break it. And then if we go up next level, we have... Oh, next level here. We have another 1x1. This is another companionway. Back here, we have another companionway. And then this way, we have an armory. Very nice. You can store all of the people you don't like in here. And you can also show off the weapons. Mine now. And then over here we have... Oh, we have a battle bridge. CIC. Battle station, I think is what it's called in game. Really, really like this. There's very few ships that actually have these, and it's kind of weird that this one has it out of all the Tayo vessels. A lot of computers here. So you can kind of... Your crew can keep a track of like all incoming projectiles and unknown ships and all that stuff. Very nice. Then we have this nice little... I like these, the kind of borders. Or the... I don't know what you call it. I know it's a wall, but it's probably a divider maybe? Anyway, if we come back this way, Simeon is just walking away. Yeah, we get it, Simeon. You're tired. Got coffee. Nice. Michael probably owns one of these in real life. And we got a toilet. We got a nice little bed. See, I like these little paintings or these drawings. I kind of wish you could like put them around your ship. And then we have a little workstation here. Pretty nice. And then a navigation console. I've never actually used the navigation console. I know it just allows you to fly from A to B, but... So we head back this way. And then we go all the way back here. And then we have another 1x1 companionway. We have the docking bay. And then through here we have a crew station. A lot of crew slots on this vessel, as you can probably tell. So this is where your bridge crew would be. You know, flying the ship and all that. And then finally, we have the cockpit. So, I've said it before many times, this cockpit is it's really nice to look out at. But I don't like these chairs here. Like, I feel like your crewmates are just kind of on like a nice little luxury cruise and you're their chauffeur. But anyway, let's head into orbit, see how the weapons and the ship performs, and then we'll go and do some teardown. Alright, let's take off. Into things. So as always, I have a perk that increases my power by 5, so let's take this degree run beat by power. Kind of weird that they didn't go with curved pieces in the bottom. Alright, let me just put some pips into everything. Alright, so weapon-wise, got those two cards. What does they sound like? I think they sound like the... Potentially, is it the AT-AT? The, like, cheek turrets? Maybe? Maybe I'm misremembering. And then the ballistics are turreted, you can't fire them. And then the single EM. So a quick little speed boost. It's going to have a base speed of 140 because it is rocking B-class engines. And a boost speed of probably going to cap out around 500. Okay, yeah. Hi, know my stuff. And then a little agility test, pitch up. Okay, this is pretty average. I'd say it's like easily a 5 or a 6. Yaw is around the same, around a 5 or 6, and the roll. Roll's not too bad. Alright, so we're going to head down to the planet. I will show you how to build it. Alright, so we have the vessel split into 3 sections. So at the top here, we have the Shogun Enhanced Cockpit from Taiyo, 300 cargo, 2 crew station. Behind that, we have the Taiyo Control Station 2x1 top A. We've got a Taiyo Companionway 1x1 top B. We have the Extender Port 200 Docker from Taiyo. Weapon-wise, we have 3 of these Marauder 115N railgun turrets from Horizon not Defense System. C-Class, 1144 range, 1.5 fire rate, 81 hull damage, and 4 power. And one of these is mounted on an equipment plate, and then the other 2 are mounted off to the sides. The back here, we have 2 White Dwarf 1000 engines from Relodyne, A-Class, 3 power, 4650 engine thrust, 2445 maneuvering thrust. And then we have the Tata Pinch D9 reactor from Amidon, C-Class, 37 power, 1215 hull, very nice. We've got the J51 Gamma Grav Drive from Relodyne, C-Class, 11 max power, 45 jump thrust, which gives us 30 jump range. We've got a Fortress A3 shield generator from Nautilus, C-Class, 11 power, 1215 shield, not too bad. And then for the fuel, we've got a 500T helium-3 tank from Ballistic Solution Incorporated, 210 jump fuel. For the structural pieces, we have the single equipment plate. We have the Nova wing starboard mounted. We have 2 of these Nova radiators, 1 each side. We have a Taiyo mid-cap starboard top there. We have a Nova porthole on the port side. And we have 2 of these Taiyo cowlings aft. Center of the vessel, we have the Taiyo Battle Station 2x2 top A, the Taiyo Armory 2x1 top A, the Taiyo Captain's Quarters 2x1 top A, and then a Taiyo Companionway 1x1 and a storeroom 1x1. And then we have 4 landing gear. We have 4 of these Pinpoint 4G landing gear from Taiyo. They give 2 thrust each. There's 2 mounted on the front, and then we have 2 more mounted on the back, like so. For the structural pieces, we have 2 Taiyo braking engines, a port and starboard variant. We have 2 more, 4 altogether, like so. And then on the back, we have 2 Tayo mid-cap, 1 port, 1 starboard, and 2 Tayo cowling aft-bottom. We also have 2 Nova 1000 engines from Relodyne, B-class, 3 max power, 12,870 engine thrust, 3375 maneuvering thrust. I believe those engines, actually, we'll get to in a moment. And then on the bottom, we have the Tayo computer core 2x2 mid, the Tayo engineering bay 3x1 mid, the Tayo all-in-one berth 2x1 mid, the Tayo storeroom 1x1 mid, and the Stability Pro landing bay. And then for the weapons, mounted on a Horizon weapon mount here, we have 2 Obliterator 250 MEV auto alpha beams from Lightsight C-class, 47.5 range, 4 fire rate, 29 hull and shield damage, and 4 power. On the opposite side, on another Horizon weapon mount, we have the Tatsu 500 EM suppressor from Shinigami, C-class, 1144 range, 0.8 fire rate, 87 electromagnetic damage, and 6 power. And then at the back, we've got 2 of these NG-20 landing gear from Nova Galactic, 4 each. And then we have, for the structural pieces, we've got a single Tayo cap mid starboard bottom. And then we have 3 Tayo side caps, 2 on this side, 2 on that side. Alright, so let's put it back together and let's do some upgrades. So one of the first things I will say is the engines that are currently on this vessel, we can change these. These White Dwarfs are the lowest variant of the White Dwarfs. So we can swap them out for the White Dwarf 1020. So the main difference between the 10 and the 1020 is the price is almost twice expensive, and it gives double engine thrust, so 4650 to 8850, and then an extra 200 maneuvering thrust, which isn't too bad. And then also these these Nova 1000 engines, we can get up to the 1050s. Yeah, we can. Perfect. Okay. So the main difference between these ones, obviously, is they're 3 times expensive. They give 22,170 engine thrust as opposed to 12,800, and they give 4,500 maneuvering, or 4,500 maneuvering instead of 33. So we're gonna replace these, put these there like so. Now for the shield generator, it's currently using the Nautilus, which is a C-class 11 power 1215. We're going to replace that for the where is it? The Assurance 1800. So for 1 extra power and about the same price, we're basically gaining an extra 400 shields, which is very nice. Now for the reactor, the Theta Pinch D9 reactor, there's nothing inherently wrong with this reactor, but we're gonna squeeze a little bit extra because I'm just that extra. So we're gonna swap it out for the SF40 sheared flow reactor. The main difference is it repairs a little bit slower and it has a little bit less health, but it has more hull and it gives us 3 extra power. And then for the grav drive, we're going to swap out the grav drive because it only gives 45 and we want 50. So we're going to swap it out for a J52 instead of so the same one basically. It's like a straight upgrade. A little bit more grav health, a little bit heavier. Gets the job done all the same. Now, for the weaponry, what I am going to do is I'm going to remove these turrets because the railgun turrets are definitely cool, but I'm going to actually remove all the weapons real quick and we're going to, as I always say, I like particle turrets because particle turrets can do damage to both. So we're going to go down and we're going to see do we have any C-class particle turrets, and we do. We have some of these PB. Perfect. So we're going to place, oh, whoops, we're going to place one there. We're actually going to, remove these. And we're, oh, really? Can I? Okay, that slightly bothers me. That we have to add this here, so, oh, we're going to have to actually, yeah, that's understandable. So we're going to have 4 turrets here, just because I like it. It kind of gives a kind of a broadside-y feel to it. It looks really nice. And then for our secondary weaponry, we're going to get... We need a railgun on this bad boy, you know? So we're going to go with the... Mark 9 railgun. And what we're going to do is we're going to mount that. Ooh, I kind of want to mount it... So, like, potentially... We could, like, mount it inside. Alright, so the thing is, if you don't want to merge, you could mount it there. And you can mount the other one there so you have two. But I'm going to do a little merge technique. Just to kind of get it in place. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this. This is... So what we want to do... So for anyone that's not familiar with merging is basically a technique where you can push other objects inside other objects. And it just, you can either use it to hide specific pieces or to make pieces look a little better. Now there's no like negative to merging. Like there's no, you don't need to worry about like pieces becoming like, say, like if you merge a shield inside of your ship, your ship won't be invulnerable. So what we're going to do is we're going to move these real quick. So we're going to put one of these bad boys here, like so. And then we're going to put the other one there. And then we're going to mount our railguns on top, like so. And for our secondary weapons, we're going to mount... We're going to mount some Vanguard Obliterators here and here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these back in. Now this is a simple... We're actually going to lower that a little bit more. So in order to lower this, we need a structure piece. We're going to just use any of these hab pieces. We're just using this to basically lower it. And like I was saying, you don't have to do this. If you don't like merging, you can just put these railguns like where I was showing you initially. And they'll get the job done. I like merging them though, just because I like to hide them. So now they're there. There's your railguns. Now we're just going to slide these in, and we're just going to do like a simple flip technique to get them back into position, like so. Perfect. And then we're going to add the angle liberator. What's the error? They're not snapping. They need to be moved down. So this is kind of one of the issues. So we're gonna grab both these. And we're gonna bring them up. And we are going to... Oops. Now, if we merge these down, they should play nice. Just going to double check real quick. So this is a technique I use quite frequently. So basically what we're doing, I've got a more detailed video, but what we're doing is we're using... So if I try to press there's a common duplication technique where you basically duplicate by just pressing Y and it will push an object down, as you can see there when I do this. But if I was to do it with this, there's no like actual snap point underneath, as you can see. It's just kind of acting strange. So what we do is we snap these pieces, we highlight them, and then we highlight these here. And then what we do is we drop them down by duplicating like so. And then we still have an error. Okay, I'm going to go back to the drawing board briefly, just because I haven't really messed around with tile pieces, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm an idiot. I wasn't paying attention when I was, so it was popping up and giving me an error saying ship was unattached, and I assumed it meant this, but this was actually fine. The error was this piece here wasn't attached properly for some reason, so you had to grab it. So that whole method of like sinking it down, you can basically you can do that. It's just yeah. And there's a far easier way than what I was showing because I didn't realize. So in order to get these pieces here, all you basically want to do is you want to initially snap this in like so, and then you want to snap the weapon and the so basically let me show you. We're going to snap this horizon weapon mount down there, and we're going to snap the weapon on it like so, and then we're just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. We've got another one. They're going to be like that. And then you just merge these in. It's going to be red. You just flip them and flip them back like so. That resets the orientation and does the technique. And then all good. Now no issue. Now we're going to add some particle weapons there just for the sake of it. Now you can also, we're going to kind of overkill with this just a little bit because it's going to be a dogfighting vessel. We want it to kind of be the best it can. So for structural pieces, we've kind of like, it's good as is. I'm going to potentially, I'm going to look at the winglets real quick. Potentially add some wings. That doesn't look too bad. Let me move this. Maybe. Can I swap these to the different variants? No, I can't swap them to the different variants here. Okay, never mind. Put this back here. Honestly, I think for the most part, it's like it's good. I don't want to change too much because like it's very unique in its design. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change one thing. We're going to add this piece here, and we're just gonna flip it back, just because I like that it kind of gives a little bit of extra flair. And we did have there was Nova Galactic radiators. We're gonna put them back. We're gonna put the radiators here and here, like so. Just because, you know, you need radiators in space. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the build. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you again, Bears fan, for the suggestion. There will be other videos. I just basically have I gotta get around to finding some of the other vessels. So you'll be seeing a few more of these pop up on the channel. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like sort of content. I also have, if this is your first time watching these videos, I have an extensive catalog of all of the ships in Starfield that I've covered. So check that out. As always, thanks for watching.